Are you confused about what career to choose, or not quite sure of the range of study and work options compatible with your personality, aptitude and interests? Welcome to CareerCafe, where we give you a ringside view of an exciting career each week. Together, we shall explore the pros and cons, the ins and outs, the programs and prospects, all the stuff you need to make an informed and successful career choice. Hi, I'm your host and career guide Parveen Malhotra, and on the menu today we have careers in chartered accountancy. An evergreen career option, chartered accountancy, or CA as it's popularly called, continues to attract hordes of students all over the country. That it continues to attract even more students year on year, despite newer avenues being available, testifies to its spell over students, especially from the commerce stream. Its scheme of qualification and training and tough single-digit pass rates are well known. What's not as well known is the versatility of this professional career option and the many different roles and profiles it makes you suitable for. To reveal to us all about the inner world of chartered accountants and, more importantly, the varied career avenues it makes possible, we have with us Mr. Pattabhi Ram. Pattabhi Ram is a chartered accountant by qualification and profession, a writer by passion, and a teacher by accident. He calls it accident, but it's a passion. Welcome to CareerCafe, Pattabhi Ram, and delighted to have you on the show. You've come all the way from Chennai. I hope we make it worth your while.
Sure, thank you.
So tell us, right at the outset, what is it, in your opinion, that makes chartered accountancy such a popular option? You know, I've just come back from a 7-city tour of India, and everywhere I've gone, CA, 3,542 careers, but CA, everyone wants to do. Why?
I would think that at some point in time, maybe long years ago, the best and brightest boys and girls went to engineering, went to medicine. There were very few who actually picked up accountancy as a matter of choice. Today that trend has changed, and it has changed significantly, largely because I think when it comes to accounting and auditing, which today has assumed so much of importance, the gold standard course is obviously chartered accountancy. It's something that is widely respected in the country. It's also something, whether we like it or not, it's also something that is pretty rewarding for people. Young boys and girls coming out at the age of 21, qualifying as a CA, they are able to attract the kind of salaries which maybe fresh engineers don't. And I think this combination of the fact that it's a highly respected profession, to the fact that you said about the single-digit pass percentage, therefore there's an element of pride that I belong to elite stream. Plus, of course, the good monetary rewards that are coming up the way, I think, are the reasons why people are increasingly preferring.
But you know, in earlier times one could understand because there was CA, but now we have MBA and such good MBA courses with MBA specialization in finance. So, still, why is CA so hot? I mean, what's the difference between the two?
See, when we actually compare CA with MBA, I think the real comparison has to be only with the top B schools.
Yes.
And by the top B schools, I mean
the
top 3 IIMs, Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta. And having said that, so it is just the question of people having to decide to go to IIM or to do CA. One reason why people would want to do CA is that to do IIM, you have to finish your graduation.
Yes.
To do your CA, you don't have to finish your graduation. So you can skip college completely. Second reason why CA is popular, even when there is so much of B schools around, is you can always go to an IIM after you have finished your CA. I'm not too sure whether there would be many IIM grads who would then want to come and do CA. And a combination of a CA and IIM can be virtually unbeatable. Having said that, I would not think it is very appropriate to think that CA is only about finance. There is auditing, the world of auditing and assurance, which is increasingly becoming important today. There is also the world of taxation. There is also the world of accounting. And I don't think today there is any course comparable where you pick up good knowledge and understanding of accounting, audit, and tax.
Okay. So if you have any queries about careers in chartered accountancy, please call us on our toll-free numbers quickly, 011-230-35420 and 1800115314. So Pattabhi, tell me, how many CAs are there in our country today, roughly?
Roughly today, I think, according to the Institute's statistics, there are about 215,000, 215,000.
Practicing?
No, that is the entire membership.
Okay.
Entire membership. They could be in practice, they could be in employment, they could be in employment in India, they could be in employment abroad.
All right. And what is the requirement?
Meaning, if you want to become a CA,
No, not that requirement. I mean, what is the, is there a shortfall of CAs? Is there, according to the requirement of the industry, what are the numbers that are required every year?
Okay. I wouldn't really be able to put out a number in terms of what would be the demand for CA, but given the fact that so many CAs are absorbed, and I've hardly heard of any CA who post-qualifying is without an employment in the space of the next 3 months or so, I would therefore think that there is the growing requirement of CAs. I don't have projected numbers per se, but if I were a recruiter, for example, run a company, I would like to man as many slots as possible with a chartered accountant.
In the finance position?
In the finance, accounting, audit positions.
Audit positions. So, but tell me something. I mean, this is commonly believed, and I mentioned it briefly, the single-digit pass percentage. Is that true? I mean, is that kept artificially low to create a demand in the industry?
I wouldn't think.
Don't give us a politically correct answer.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I don't think it is artificially kept low. If you want to be ruthlessly honest, maybe that is the fair percentage today. Maybe that is the fair percentage that actually qualify as a chartered accountant, because this is a course that actually allows anybody to get in. It's perhaps the most secular course where anyone with virtually any background can step in. There is no great filtering that is done. That is why we say, no, it's a course with a wide entry, a very narrow
exit.
And given the kind of requirement that is there in terms of expertise that needs to be built up, and given the fact that these young boys have to read up so much in that space of time, perhaps the pressure of the course makes it that people are not able to handle, and that it takes a little bit of time for them to clear. But if you're a good student, if you have done your work diligently, if you have gone through your articleship properly, if you have done your studies in a reasonably well manner, I don't see people really not
being able to make it.
And this, again, the drop in percentage to under 10 is something that has happened only in the last 1 year. Once upon a time, yes, the pass percentages were very low. It was once upon a time called the 2% course.
Yes.
But in the last few years, in the last 5-6 years, the pass percentages have been significantly higher. It's only the last exam, and then that we have had a huge drop in percentage. And my sense is that going forward, it would be only around 10% max.
But tell me something. A young student, say age of 17, 18, passing out of school, making a career decision, how is he to decide whether to do a BBA or a BCom, whether to do a CA or a CS or a CWA for that matter? Now, in all this confusion, why should he choose CA?
Like I said earlier, it is the gold standard. There is just no denying the fact that among the professional courses that are available, it is the one that, for whatever reason, commands the highest brand value. We need not, I think, compare with graduation. Any person who wants to be into finance will ultimately have to go beyond his graduation. And if a person can do that earlier, it's the better. You asked the question about how does he make a choice between CA, CWA, CS. If somebody's heart and soul is into law, maybe he must do CS. If somebody's heart and soul is into hardcore management accounting, he's a guy who's interested in analysis, etc., maybe he must do his CMA or the CWA as it was once called. But even these boys today, because of the sheer brand and respectability that CA commands, would like to do a CA and alongside do a CW or a CS.
So if a student is reasonably focused, then in how long would it take for him to clear his exams and articleship and all of that?
There are different routes of entry.
No, but if you're starting at, say, straight after school.
If you're starting straight after school, your board exams are, say, over in March, April. you can write the entrance exam in June, which is called the CPT.
Right.
The results are out inside of 3 weeks because it's a multiple choice question paper. And so in the next May, so if you are talking about a student who has taken up his CPT exam this June 2014, in May 2015, he can write his intermediate exam, which is called the IPC exam, inside 9 months. And as soon as he qualifies, passes that, he can
start his articleship.
He can start his articleship. The articleship runs for a period of 3 years. So really speaking, you're looking at a course that runs for 4 years.
4 years.
There are some technical distinctions in this, but I think for our purpose today, we can say it's a 4-year course.
4 year would be.
So which means that just like an engineer boy qualifies engineering within 4 years, today a CA comes out in 4 years.
All right. And you have your first caller of the day today, Ishwar from Maharashtra. Welcome to Career Cafe, Ishwar.
नमस्ते मैडम.
नमस्ते.
नमस्ते सर. मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि मैं IIM अहमदाबाद से MBA करना चाहता हूँ, लेकिन दिल में एक तमन्ना है कि CA भी करूँ. तो करियर के हिसाब से मेरे को IIM अहमदाबाद अच्छा रहेगा या CA करना अच्छा रहेगा? थैंक यू सर.
आप अगर आप स्कूल में हैं कि कॉलेज में हैं? I think the line is broken now. Is it an either or?
यदि आपका ग्रेजुएशन हो गया और आपको IIM मिल जाता, IIM माने अहमदाबाद, बैंगलोर या कैलकाटा मिल जाता, मेरे ख्याल से IIM अहमदाबाद, बैंगलोर, कैलकाटा जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि there is no, it's not very sure that after you finish CA you will automatically get into IIM. तो यदि आपको IIM मिल गया तो स्टार्टिंग में ही IIM करना अच्छा है. And second thing is that if you decide to do CA, you can do your CA first and then do your IIM if you have not yet got into the IIM. But if your IIM, you have already got into IIM, you have got a CAT, you've written a CAT exam, been called for an interview, got a placement into one of the 3 IIMs, then I think you should do your IIM.
So that really depends. But if he has not given the CAT yet, then nothing stops him from enrolling for the CA program and then, take the CAT and see.
In fact, I would go one step further to suggest that it would be good for somebody who goes to IIM to do a professional qualification and then go. Because when you have done your CA or when you have done your engineering and then go, you get to understand what the professors teach that much better. And even otherwise, even when it comes to an IIM, I would even still think that finish your CA, maybe do 1-2 years of work experience and then go, because
IIM you can do any time. You can do it till you're 28, 29.
It is not just the question of any time. It is also the question that when you have work experience with you, you better understand as to what the professor is teaching. Otherwise, it turns out to be rather too
theoretical.
academic.
Yes, absolutely. We'll take a short break here. But when we return, we'll continue our discussion on careers in chartered accountancy and also continue taking all your queries. So stay right there.